Teen Basketball is such an important episode of Baby Looney Tunes, and I kind of feel ahead of its time. This was released at the beginning of the 21st century, and it deals with gender stereotypes. And I have to say, it's pretty impressive. This is the first segment of the 18th episode of the first season, and the boys are playing basketball. And Lola wants to play as well, but nobody's paying her any attention. Meanwhile, Petunia and Melissa are having a tea party, and Sylvester wants to too, but he's a boy, so of course that's not allowed. And throughout the episode, they have to learn that actually girls can play basketball and boys are allowed to join tea parties. It's not just important for other people to be aware that girls might like sports and boys might like tea. It's also important for any young children watching it that if they are a boy who likes tea or the idea of tea parties or whatever, and girls watching it want to play sports, that's okay. That's absolutely fine. And don't let other people tell you that you can't, because there's nothing to stop you. There's no reason why you can't. And it's such an important message. I think nowadays that kind of message is something we could definitely expect from children's television. But I can't think, there will be others I'm sure, but I can't think of a single TV show that dealt with something like this in the beginning of the 21st century. I feel like it's kind of ahead of its time, and it's done so in a way that's really impressive. The characters didn't necessarily make fun of the other characters for wanting to do these things, they just ignored them and refused to include them, which in a way is kind of, well, maybe not worse, but certainly just as bad. So there are some really important messages here. I like how the narrative unfolded. I thought it was very well done. Petunia in particular was very cute at the tea party, especially with the whole tea and water and sugar thing. It was a very well written episode. And Sylvester, the way Sylvester responded towards the end, I thought was lovely as well. So it's a good narrative, very well written, very well developed, and a really good way of getting across that really important message. Really, really impressed with this. It's very clear. It's easy to perceive the message that's being delivered, and I think it's done in a way that's obviously cute and entertaining as well. Definitely impressed with tea and basketball.